This is the plaintiff, Lisa Silvera. She says she rented an apartment from the defendant, and as it turns out, whenever he flushed the toilet upstairs, it leaked into her closet. Yuck, gross, dirty water ruined all of her belongings. The slack-jaw landlord refuses to reimburse her for the $3,500 worth of shoes and clothes he ruined, and she's here today, suing for just that. This is the defendant, Hugh Burke. He says this woman's trying to gouge him. She says $1,000 worth of shoes were ruined by a little water. Well, he admits there was a leak and he had the problem corrected immediately. But she stopped paying rent. He tried to settle with this woman, but she must think he's a sucker or something trying to rip him off. Well, bring it on, because he can't wait for the judge to see through her over-exaggeration of things. He's accused of a water war.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Lisa Silvera, you are suing Hugh Burke for $3,500 that you say you are out as a result of a leak that there was in your apartment. He is your former landlord?
Yes.
Okay, what happened?
I moved in September 1st, 2015, and exactly 29 days after, there was a leak in the closet, and it prolonged for a very long time. He didn't have anything fixed, and everything just got damaged. And the more I asked, the more it got worse.
I'm sorry, how long did you live there?
For a year.
And in that year, no repair was ever done?
He had someone come once, and after that, no one came. After that, it just got worse. There was a leak in the closet, in the bathroom.
There was a separate leak in the bathroom?
Yes. Well, it wasn't a leak. The bathtub was backing up. He refused to fix it. He kept saying that it was my hair when I washed my hair. It turns out that there was a hole in the pipe, and there's a tree grew through the pipe and backed it up, and it flooded the whole bathroom.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with the damages that you're looking for here.
No.
The damages you're looking for here are from a leak in the closet.
Yes.
All right, and there was one repair. When was that one repair?
Like October. About
Okay,
October. Yes.
so right away.
Yes.
And then did you complain after October that the leak was back?
Multiple times.
All
Yes.
right, and how would you complain? By email?
Text message, verbal, I'll call him.
May I see the text?
Sure.
All right, and why weren't you, she says you weren't fixing the leak. Why weren't you fixing the leak? What happened?
The first time she had a leak, we couldn't find where the leak was coming from. So I went
So
and
did you ever hire a plumber, yes or no?
Yes, I did.
When did you hire a plumber?
I had a plumber I think it's the third time. That's when she found the leak. That's
Okay,
when
well, what about the other, what do you mean find the leak? You see where the water is, it's the plumber's job to figure out where it's coming from. So when she complained, she says that you hired a plumber in October, yes or no?
Yes, yeah, we did.
Okay,
We did, but,
do you have anything from that plumber?
No, I just fixed the leak.
Okay, and then, but then she complains about the leak again.
Okay.
When's the next time she complains
Okay,
about
the
the
next
leak?
time she complained about the leak, Your Honor, it was raining. And when it rained, we still didn't find out. The next time when it rained again...
Did you ever hire another plumber after October?
No. Because
So she lived there a year complaining about it?
No, she didn't live there. Yes, she lived there a year.
But no, she wasn't complaining about it.
No, she complained, but not... She had a period of time where she didn't complain none at all. There was a period of time... this all complaining, the final part of it started somewhere around June to July in those areas after that.
And what did she say in June?
She said she wanted her deposit back because she was going to move. So I said to her at the time when she asked for the deposit, I said, you're only giving me 2 weeks notice. If you give me the full amount of notice, 30 days, I would have really give you a deposit because right now I already wrote my checks for my mortgage. And I will give you your security back. The only thing that I cannot give you on the 30th, because you only give me 2 weeks, I could give it to you on the 14th. I said, plus I asked you for an estimate, for you to give me an estimate of what you damaged. You didn't give me one. And then after a while, it took her a while before she gave me an estimate. And when
All right, I need everybody to stop.
Yeah.
September 29, you complain about a leak.
Yes.
A plumber comes. November 24th is the second time you complain about the leak. You say there's water dripping in the closet again. It's from a different place now. According to you, you check stuff and nothing really happens. Nothing really happens, and not another place. But the next time you complain about a leak is May. So what happens in May? You tell him there's a leak again, and what happens?
When he comes down to look at the leak, everything is damaged. All my shoes got wet. By the time in May, when it started getting hot, I put all my winter stuff in a box and I put it in the closet far away from the leak. And it's like each time it leaked, it moved closer and closer to my stuff. And I keep asking him verbally. I speak to him and I let him know that this is unacceptable.
Far away from the leak.
I move it.
Was it in plastic?
It wasn't plastic in the box.
Okay. Do you have the clothes that got damaged and the shoes that got damaged here?
Yes.
Okay, that's paper. That's not the clothes or the shoes.
Well, I
Did
don't
you
have
get
it
rid
with
of
me. No.
All right, so let's see the pictures that you have. I take it that that's why we have the Elmo up. So, but let me see those anyway. Okay, this is a wet box.
That's a part of the damage.
Right, but it's an air mattress, right?
Yes.
So how is the air mattress damaged by what?
It had suede, or it was a different type of material. It wasn't plastic.
Okay, but do you have any evidence that it was damaged?
wet.
Because it has to be damaged for
There's
someone to have to
pictures
buy
there.
it off you.
There's pictures there.
Of the air mattress blown up and damaged?
No,
Or just the box is wet?
just the box.
Yeah, the box is wet isn't going to cut it. All right. What is the pipes that are right next? That's in the closet?
Yes.
And nobody thought this is where the water was coming from because the water was coming from above?
Yes.
Okay. What is this?
That's the shoe. And I got up one morning to put it on, and the heel fell off.
Okay, now this is luggage?
Yes.
These are a pair of shoes that look
Those
moldy.
pictures, yeah, that's some of their shoes.
What's wrong with this boot?
It's full of mildew, and it's full of mold. That as well.
Definitely looks moldy. Is that the closet?
Yes.
Okay, so there's a leak. Now she's coming to the end of her lease. Your lease was over when?
It was a month-to-month lease.
Oh, okay. So she tells you in June that what? That she's looking for another place. Does she tell you that it's because of the leak?
No, she said that after. But here, there's some things to be corrected there, Your Honor. First of all, those things happened after she came there, because before she came over. But that's not part of the case. The part of the case I'm saying about is the leaks. The leaks was, where the leaks was, why you see it look like that on the floor is because we took up the carpet, so you're looking at the floor where the leak is.
Okay, but I'm looking at a bunch of moldy shoes, which indicates to me a water issue. My question to you is, now it comes, she's saying, I want to leave, and then
Right.
she's talking about the security deposit being returned, but she's
Right.
still living there.
Right.
And then she gives you notice, and when does she give you notice?
She gave me notice sometime in June, and she gave
Okay.
me 2 weeks notice.
Because she says, I'm going to be out at the end
I'm
of
going
June.
to be out at the end of June.
Okay.
Okay.
So you tell her, well, that's not adequate notice.
Right. I says to her, well, what you can do, you can either move or come back for the money, or you can stay here until the 14th you get the money. I told her that. She replied to me and said, I need this, I need that. Things are damaged, you never fix any, you disrespected me by hanging up the phone. I replied to her, I said, no, I did not hang up the phone on you. I work in a place where when you go inside, I have no service. So I went inside and the service cut off. I explained that to her. I say, plus I asked you several times for an estimate of what you damaged. I'm willing to pay you. I'm not trying to stick you.
Because she was saying to you, you need to pay me for my damaged clothes
Right.
or shoes or whatever?
Yeah, she said she didn't ask me for payment that time. She said she lost a lot of stuff. And I asked her to give me an estimate. It wasn't until the third time that I asked her for estimates that she decided to give me an estimate. When she gave me the estimate, she said $1,400.
Where is that estimate?
I have it in my phone.
May I see it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you originally tell him you were out $1,400?
Yes.
How did that blow up into $3,500 in this lawsuit?
When I moved and I was unpacking, the winter stuff that I was unpacking, everything was damaged. My wool coat had mildew all over it. Some of my fall jackets, my sweaters.
Okay, where are the pictures of damaged clothing? You're asking for $2,000 for damaged clothing.
Yeah.
You did not hand me pictures of damaged clothing. May I see that? When does she leave?
She left on, I think, August the 30th.
29.
Did she pay for August?
No,
Did she pay for July?
no. The
Okay.
last, she
What was rent per month?
$600.
So you would be out $1,200 in rent.
Well, 1 month was her security, so I would be out
Okay,
600 in rent.
and you didn't return the security. All right, so you would be out 600 in rent.
Right.
And then,
And that would leave her 8 because we originally got the $1,400 estimate. So I said, that leave you 8. Then she came back and she said, oh, my mother's suitcase was damaged. It wasn't her suitcase, by the way. It was her mother's suitcase that was damaged. I don't even remember, Your Honor, if her mom was there when all this thing started. I know her mom came to visit, but I don't remember exactly when.
did you ever pay her mother for a damaged suitcase?
Yes, I did.
How much did you pay?
$200. I gave her the $200. She took it from me. She came home from work. I was in my living room. I gave her $200.
I didn't give her $200 for a used suitcase that's that, I mean, it's...
Your Honor, you know what the mother told me she paid for the suitcase? $350. It's a nautical
on,
suitcase.
man, come on.
That's what she
Your Honor,
paid.
I got
and
the
that's what
picture
she
of
And
the
how do
suitcase.
you turn a $1,400 lawsuit into a three? You know, the problem with that is that I've got to believe you. I have to believe you. And if I see that you're just trying to make money out of the situation, look, he's not allowed to rent a place that's in disrepair, for sure. Okay? And if the disrepair caused damage, then for sure, you get compensated. But then when you get greedy and you try to ching-ching, make that cash register ring, and first it's $1,400, which I'm looking at the pictures of these old shoes. If you think I would be awarding $1,400, you're out of your mind. And then that $1,400 turns into $3,000, and then I guess this morning you said, go nuts, and turned it into $3,500. Why don't you just ask for $5,000 or $200 million? I mean, you know, like when does it have to be anchored in reality? By the way, you asking for $2,000, I'm not going to forget. In clothing, did you ever find any pictures that you
on
took
my other
of
device.
all of that damaged clothing that's so upsetting that you paid $2,000 of your hard-earned money
It's
for? Not a
over
single picture of a damaged
few
clothing.
years.
Pardon?
It's over a few years, and it's on my other device. I don't
It's on
have it.
another device. You're in
Yeah.
court today, not just in court. You're at the People's Court. You're on national television. You're on satellite throughout the world. You're asking for $2,000 for clothes, and you don't have a stitch of proof that clothes was ruined. You're asking for $100 for a blow-up mattress that is made out of plastic that didn't get ruined.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So, is it always the landlord's fault if there is bad plumbing in a big apartment building and it causes a tenant damage?
Definitely, there's no question. Always the landlord's fault.
But what if the landlord doesn't know that there's a problem because he doesn't have access to the tenant's unit?
But it's his responsibility to make sure that the building is in a good situation.
But he doesn't know it's in a bad situation until there's the first leak, right?
Regardless, he should be checking and going over it from time to time to make sure everything is okay. So there should be preparatory work.
Okay, that's a good answer. Going inside the courtroom.
You're asking for $1,000 for a bunch of used shoes that now are 20 pairs of shoes that got ruined, but originally were. Did you ever find that text where she said how many shoes were ruined?
I have pictures of what she sent to me, the same tree that you're looking at.
Let me see the pictures of what she sent to you in the
Okay.
text. It matters. It matters. Because if all of this
There you
depends
go,
on your
sir.
credibility and you give me reason to think that you might just trying to be getting money
I'm
and not
really
credible.
not.
Well, but how does it mushroom into over 2.5 times what it was originally? The man asks you to itemize it. You live there 2 additional months without paying rent.
It was
These are the
one.
original pictures. So she sent you pictures of just the blue shoes and that pink shoe.
And there's a box with the blow-up mattress.
Yeah.
And there is nothing. I didn't see the suitcase, Your Honor. You know how I know about the suitcase? I went downstairs because I have part of the place where I do
Do you think it's
occupy.
the same suitcase that you already paid for?
Yes.
Is that what you think?
Yes, the suitcase that she shows
No.
to you. Okay.
That's the same suitcase?
If she's bringing another suitcase, Your Honor, the one that I have is right there in pictures. I could show that to you also. I got pictures on there I could show you with the suitcase that she showed me that I paid $200 for.
Show me that.
I'm
I
gonna
want to see
show
if
you
it's the
that
same
one.
suitcase. I
Yes.
understand exactly what you're saying.
Okay.
When did you pay for the suitcase? What month?
I paid for the suitcase before she moved. It was the same time in August before she moved.
Okay, let me see it.
Your Honor, I really didn't want to have a problem with this young lady. I helped her move in. I wasn't wanting to have a problem with her. So when she said $1,400, I could have do the same thing you're asking. What is this and what is that? I didn't do that. All I wanted to do was say, and I let her know I'm not going to rent the place no more. You know, that's it. I'll just save it for me, and that's it. And when she said $200, her mom was leaving for Jamaica, and she didn't want to.
$200, and it's the same suitcase. It's got that yellow stripe.
I paid $200 for that suitcase.
Can you explain
my mother
that?
lives in Jamaica.
It's a Nautica suitcase.
My mother lives in Jamaica. I live here. My mother and I have the same set of suitcase.
What a coinkydink. The same set of suitcase with the same exact damage on it.
My
What a
mother
coinkydink.
and I have the same set of suitcase.
With the same exact damage on it. Because this is what you sent him when
they
you got
were
the
both
$200.
in the closet.
But the mold is in exactly the same
Okay,
spot.
so can you ask him, did he see the damages of the clothes? Because when he came down, I showed him the damages of the clothes.
Did you see the damages of the clothes?
Your Honor, I did not see nothing more than what she sent me on the picture. I'm not going to dispute this lady to say what was damaged, what was. I'm just telling you what she showed to me.
What were you, at the time when you wanted all this to go away and you were trying to resolve it peacefully, what you said to her was, you asked for $1,400, you owe me $600 rent, that's $800. I already paid you $200, I will write you a check for $600.
Right.
I'm gonna have you pay her $600 for the rest of the damaged goods, because there is a leak.
Yes.
There is damage as a result of it, and there isn't what I would call a speedy resolution of the leak issue throughout the time. So you owe her something. Right. You do not owe her over four times that, okay? And you're lucky you're getting that because he is agreeing to it, essentially, because there's some overreaching in here, and I don't like overreaching. Verdict for the plaintiff, $600.
So the plaintiff does prevail, but the judge thinks she was overreaching and padding, and she doesn't get nearly what she wanted. You only got the $600. What do you think?
If I say it, I might get in trouble, so I'm not going to.
Say something nice.
No, I don't have anything else to say.
Nothing else to say?
No.
You weren't overreaching? You don't think you were overreaching?
I don't think so. Again.
Okay.
I don't have
All
anything
right.
to say.
All right. You best go. Mr. Burke? You did seem like a pretty decent guy, although the judge thought you didn't take care of the leak fast enough. You understand that?
Well, I agree with that. I'm not going to dispute those things. I'm just saying, you know, we made an agreement for $1,400, and I think we should stick to it.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, sir. You two must sign some documents. And Harvey.
So look, I mean, the key to this case, Doug, is that landlords are not responsible until they are put on notice that there's a problem, and then they have a reasonable time to fix it. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.